Um, Welcome to darkness in Dublin, where I am tired. A lot of people are tired. I don't know what is going on anymore. But that is okay. This is a continuation of the scene from what was it, yesterday? Day before? Yeah,
I think
no,
it was
it was
yesterday.
yesterday. It was. Because I had class yesterday. Because I got a bruise. Yeah, it was yesterday. Where things happened and people showed up and more things happened and stuff happened. I'm not going to explain it all, for I am tired. What? Anyway, we everybody is standing outside of the clinic run by Ma- oh, excuse me, run by Midori, Karina, and Blythe. They're chilling outside. Technically, the Spider Queen's still there, but she's just kind of got to go off and do her own thing because she's like, I got what I need. I don't really care anymore. I can't remember if other fuckface McGee was still there. She might be around due to ST hand wavium and the bullshit she's got on her NPC sheet. And then there's Gravedigger. Nobody really cares for him. So he's just kind of there.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.
Such a love.
Yeah.
All right. At the last death threat, we were at that wonderful point where we were at that roll initiative time as the sword hisses out of Gravedigger's as the sword hisses out of Gravedigger's cane. The sword made for him by a darling acquaintance now since passed.
Oh shit, Tony did that, didn't she?
Tony did indeed make Gravedigger's sword.
Eh. Tony was also
So
a
I
fucking idiot.
what?
Carry on, carry on. I got a
God
nap
damn
to
it.
take after this. Hurry up.
Okay, okay, Kim. So I will just ask those involved. Ooh, I will just ask those involved to please make initiative checks. Sorry, what were you saying, Tim?
No, I was just my bad. I was just asking if we was doing initiative, and you already said that, so we good.
No
Where is
worries.
that?
16.
14. Okay, cool. I've rolled Gravediggers. I just need to clarify what it is. That was a 9, so he is going on a 17. So he beats Blythe by 1.
Okay.
Kim, let me know if if you want to step in at any point, so I can just stop making nonsensical dice rolls and having to flick between numerous things.
Yep. Hold on. I got things and plans and I would say bitches, but all I've got is pizza.
Holding, 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 holding. It's a bag of holding. Fuck yeah.
By the way, did you know that if you throw a bag of holding into a chest of holding, it doubles the amount that both things can hold?
I did not know. Things I now know.
Actually, I'm lying. If you do that, you'll rip a hole in space-time.
Oh, well, that's also acceptable.
Hold on.
Holding, holding. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm all done.
Is there any tangible effect that we should know about before I continue?
Yes. Technically speaking. Rena and Blythe, y'all got some lovely new effects. Just it's basically you guys each now have 5 extra temporary health levels.
I'm sorry, 5 extra what? Did you say
Temporary.
SoCal?
Temporary
levels.
health levels
Okay.
and other stuff, but we'll have to wait till the initiative gets there for that one.
Okay.
Cool. You will see the character in front of you, this dark gothic kind of pisshead, because, you know, Kim exists and she'll correct me if I don't correct myself on that one. What he'll do is he will cut his cheek with the sword and flick the blood down the tip of the blade, and you'll start to notice a dark miasma form around his fingertips. Right, after all, Erite. Sweet, sweet Erite. I swear to everything under the sun if this botches, I will have a sad panda day. Okay, so it's vulgar. Kim, do changelings count as witnesses?
I don't fucking know.
If I remember correctly,
Changelings do not count as witnesses.
yeah, since they're already supernatural of a sort.
That is entirely fair. So
It's
that
why if you're
will,
in a private room, you could roast a vampire with sunlight, and you'd only take the standard paradox on it.
that makes an odd deal of sense. That is going to be. Sorry, hang on. So that's going to be 3 plus 3, which is 6, minus 2, which is going to be difficulty 4. And needing to put another one into. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There is now a black swirling nimbus in his left hand that looks like you are looking into the abyss, and I will pass turn.
Give me one moment.
I would say roll perception kenning, but this guy smells drenched in magic magoo.
Question: Should a brother even bother trying to do a social roll to ease the tension at this point? Because no one's actually inflicted harm yet.
Yeah, you can definitely make the roll. I'll let Blythe take their action first because you're beneath Blythe in the initiative.
Yeah.
What roll is required to invoke the weird?
Okay, you're going to spend. I'm sorry, Kim. Go ahead. If you
Oh.
know what it's 259.
It's fine, Tim. Go ahead.
259. Hold on. Hold that up. Oh, my number locks off. That's why I can't type like I want to do. Point of glamour, point of willpower, player than rolls. Characters can't glamour. Alright, I'll spend the point of glamour and the point of willpower. I'm down to 1 glamour now, unfortunately. And what is the area's What's the area's penalty?
Considering you guys are like right outside of a freehold, it's gonna be a 3.
Can I make a quick etiquette roll to know to know that it's impolite to invoke the weird on near somebody else's freehold? Or is that just a given?
I mean, it's kind of a given, but at the same time, I don't think the doctor is going to be pissed if you do it to save yourself.
Okay. You said 3 or 4?
3.
Alright, that's 4 successes to invoke the weird.
You do it.
Alright, so the sweet little innocent brunette that you were facing down is now a mounted rider. Well, no, she's not mounted because Clarity hasn't come to her yet. Is now a armored rider holding a scythe holding her own head that's got glowing acid yellow eyes. And that counts as my turn if I remember correctly.
What, sorry?
That counts as my turn?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so my turn's over. I've invoked the weird. Does that affect just me, or
it's
does that
either
also
Kim's
allow Karina? Just real quick, because I need to know this. Do all she now act as if they have invoked the weird, or just me?
Just you.
Okay.
What was it? Kim, I know you had a banked action that would go on a certain initiative, so who was first? You or Karina?
Karina can go.
Cool. Karina, do your thing. Like a chicken wing.
Alrighty, here we go. This is gonna be. We could dissolve the situation before it gets bad. Let's see. Karina is just going to. Oh gosh, this is gonna get bad, but it's risky. But it's what Karina would do. Karina is going to pretty much intercede herself directly between Blythe and Gravedigger and shout, "That's enough!" I don't know if you need me to do leadership or intimidation or whatever. This is to both of them, not just Gravedigger.
What are you shouting?
That's enough. We are not having any more bloodshed today.
Leadership.
I was just going to say expression, but I'll go with Kim on that one.
Okay,
Either one works, really.
I'll do leadership. With 4 successes.
Hang on, I wasn't sure which one of us was going to set the difficulty threshold. So I was waiting on to see if Kim wants to set the difficulty threshold.
I'm sorry, I wasn't given one, but if it was 7, then I have 3 successes.
Because I was gonna set it at div 8 because literally this person has told this guy 3 times to go and die. So he's like, well, do you have any successes at div 8?
There's another ST in the room.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I was waiting for Kim to.
Because I had never gotten a difficulty when I was told what the roll was going to be, and I wasn't asked to wait.
I was going to go with standard, but given how this is not my NPC, we can go with the middle ground and do like a 7.
That seems fair.
Okay, when you say middle ground, what does that mean? There's 7, or
Yeah.
It means
then it's 3 successes.
Kim, is your action going to clock before Gravedigger's next round of initiative?
It is. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all can go now.
What was that, Kim? Sorry.
Y'all can go now. If anyone would like
Okay.
to roll either perk awareness or perk kenning, it's up to them. Otherwise,
I'll perk Kenning, mostly because tense situation.
Angry NPC who is angry will not do so because he is filled with rage. He's slightly less rageful now with the leadership role, though.
If considered.
actually, with the amount of successes on that, you could probably do it at diff 4.
Okay.
Both of us or just him?
Everybody? Anyone?
Okay.
3 successes.
One.
With 1 success, that was a pretty big effect that just went off. With 3 successes, that was a pretty big effect. Do you have Soothsay on your sheet, Brett?
Yeah, I've up to Seer's Wisp.
Okay. You'll be able to tell whoever just cast whatever it was. It was a very, very... Somebody was just fucking around with fate, something fierce.
Oh, damn, are we talking like Fate Fire Fierce?
Got 3 successes. So that was... Probably should have said Greymare instead of Kenning, but what the fuck ever.
Okay. It was the same dice roll anyway.
Either way.
Anyway, so somebody just messed around with Fate, so...
Actually, Kim, that will proc, even if he's not paying much attention. What will Entropy Sight see?
With Entropy Sight, somebody who has been keeping to themselves off in a little corner just did this thing, and from their hands with Entropy Sight, there was a very large, brilliant, reddish blue, just fucking purple. Jesus Christ, Kim, go back to elementary. So, a purplish glow will kind of erupt from them. You can okay. It's like with Raven, when she would do her spells, her hands would get all purpley and the little spheres. And as they're kind of messing with that, moving their hands around, clearly fucking with the tapestry or whatever, as a mage would see it, the auras of both Karina and Blythe now are slightly purple around them. Actually, they're not slightly purple, they're very much fucking purple.
Okay, cool. Gravedigger will quirk an eyebrow at Karina, who's standing in front of him now as the Black Nimbus folds out his hand, and he'll say, "You know, I'm gonna take the liberty of because I sense that the diplomancing might want to break out. I'm going to take the liberty of taking a longer talking action than the normal kind of 6 seconds or 6 words, whatever it is." And he'll say, "You know, I don't take too kindly being told to die multiple times. I've been dead. It's not great. Don't recommend it. Not one for the friends and family, that. So I tell you what, I'll forgive the headless horseman over there if she kneels down and kisses my ring and apologizes, saying, 'I'm sorry, Mr. Gravedigger.'"
Those eyes on her head are now, like, igniting things. Like, it's just, that's how bright they are.
Karina will say, "There will be an apology, but she will not kneel to you."
"And I'll make her kneel." There's literally, Evan can't do the voice as it goes up that screechy because there are people asleep, and I will literally have my legs broken. So, to be fair, I'm pretty sure with whatever the fuck just kicked off there, it's gonna do wonky things when I try and do this. So we'll see how it goes. Kim, just let me know how wonky shit's about to get. It's all good. I'm happy if you kill Gravedigger.
You got really silent and really far away.
Yeah,
I was gonna say literally not a single person would give a fuck if you kill Gravedigger, really. I just have to roll every day and diff. Dem ones though. Why is it always dem ones? Okay, so with the 6 successes he's accumulated over the 2 rounds of casting, okay, so how this works is when an effect is released at someone of a supernatural nature, you can make a wits occult roll. In this case, it would, I assume, go to Greymere because they never thought that changelings would be a thing. If you succeed on the wits occult roll, I believe it's difficulty 8, you are able to attempt to use glamour as a source of counter magic, because apparently they just hated enlightened magic in the game. Shocking. So if you guys want to make me your wits Greymere rolls, div 8.
Any willpower?
Okay.
3 successes.
3 successes. What was that for you, Tim?
2.
2. Yep. Both of you will prove basically what he does is he slashes his hand across roughly at where Karina's waist is, and basically a scything mass of black energy extends from his fingertips in kind of a blade that aces towards you. So you can roll your glamour. I think it's in standard diff. Give me a second.
Do I have to exceed your
Someone can look
successes?
Beg your pardon?
Do I have to get more than your 6 successes?
No. What will happen is, because the effect is targeting each of you, what will happen is every success, because it's basically a forces effect, it's basically a shadow blast from forces. Every success will essentially lower the amount of successes he got to put into boom magic. If you get me, it will lower the amount of dice of damage or the levels of damage that will be taken. Which is interesting because I think hang on, I had to check something because I'm not sure if 2 people roll. I think your successes are 4. Yeah, basically because he designated 2 people, that means the effect is split between 2 people, which means your dice pools are each your own.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm just gonna say it's standard diff for now because fucked if I want to go look it up. So
Okay.
roll me your glamour and standard diff.
I rolled mine. I got 3 successes.
I got 4 successes.
Nice. In that case, I just need to go to my handy dandy damage chart. Karina got 3 successes.
Yep.
Okay. It's 1, 2, 4. Karina will take 4 levels of aggravation damage. Are you wearing armor or anything that can soak?
I got some clothing on, like a heavy hoodie and shit. I can soak 1 maybe.
Yeah, I mean that'll give you 1 dice to soak. Why not? It's like how that one time when Kim was in a scene with Ikiro, legitimately Marcus's biker leather saved his life. That was the thing once. And so Blythe, you will take only 2 levels of aggravation damage that can be soaked with your armor.
Okay.
Wait, how many?
2.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard 22. That's what I got confused as fuck.
I'm trying to remember where armor soak is for plate mail.
It's it's. I think it's under. We have a weapons chart on the forum that has most weapons that you could possibly ever want.
Let's see.
On a side note, both of you will have the lingering feeling of being incredibly cold, and for the next 2 or 3 days, no source of heat or fire will warm you up. But after that,
For
it'll subside.
somebody who is already supernaturally cold,
Welcome to the abyss of hell.
I bet.
Does he just feel oddly comfortable?
No, it's like a supernatural chill to your soul, if you get me.
full plate 5. Okay, so it's just my armor that I roll since it's aggravated.
Correct. Forces is, as Kim knows from Priestly Pimp Slap, a hell of a drug.
I soak it all.
Okay, you take no damage.
Do I still get the cold?
No, you don't get the cold if you
basically
soak
just
the damage.
batters off my armor.
Yeah, you don't get the cold if you soak the damage. It will now go to Blythe's turn, and I have no doubt that Kim is about to give you some kinds of hilarious cunt-punting bullshit.
Kim, real quick, can I? Is something we never discussed. Can I cast my mists around somebody else?
No. They are for Blythe and her armor and weapons.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I've only got one glamour, so I can't unleash anymore. Give me 1 minute. All right. Blythe is going to lift up her scythe and is going to pound the pavement with it. She's going to strike the ground like somebody striking a drum, and she is going to blow as best as she can out of her mouth. And I'm going to put hurricane speed on Karina. I have Fae 5, so I should be able to affect her. Do I get a reduction with my bunks?
Yes. It would help if I didn't have my mic muted. That would be -1. No, -2.
Okay, so is that 6 or 5? Can never remember.
6.
I also can't remember. Can I spend willpower for no
Yeah.
botches? Okay,
Yes, you
so spending willpower as well. 6 successes. Okay, so the person that's targeted, each success raises her initiative, and every 2 successes raises her dexterity by 1. So that's 6 successes. That gives Karina a +3 to her dexterity and a +6 to her initiative.
Awesome. Is it jumping down to me yet?
One other thing, it doesn't say anything about duration. Last for the changelings, glamour, and rounds. I've got 5 perms, so that's 5 rounds. And that'll end her turn.
Cool. Tim?
Alrighty. He's building ag now. That means he is fully intending on killing. Which means it's time to go thug life. Kim, I'm unleashing Dragon's Ire.
Okay.
Her intent is kill her assailant.
Okay.
There's 2 successes. My Dragon's Eye rating is 2, and it is controlled.
That it is. Yep.
So, Karina, as she gets hit by this black, inky darkness, her eyes turn this bright orange, as if it's fire, almost, and she just calmly stands up and waves her hand, and Gravedigger will immediately burst into flames as hot as the sun and be contained, and presumably turn into ashes.
Okay. You will see him smile as the fire consumes him. And he's going to raise a hand sarcastically, even as the flesh melts from his bones, and he will blow you a kiss as he turns to dust and is blown away on the wind. You are standing outside the clinic now, very much alone.
Karina's hand goes into her pocket, and she looks to Blythe and says, "Come, you should go home."
Blythe will relax the weird and will mentally call Clarity, who is probably freaking the fuck out. Because, for one thing, she felt Blythe die and then come back to life. So it's like, I'm sure Clarity is having an existential crisis at the moment. If a headless chimerical horse can have an existential crisis.
Actually, when you call out, she seems pretty calm. Not to say she didn't care, just there was Brenda McGee in the corner doing comforting things, but they're very happy to be alive.
Blythe is going to run over and she is going to hug her horse.
Horse would hug back, but it doesn't have arms.
So for the Grey World,
It also can't do that horse hug. You know when horses wrap their heads around people and it's like a hug? It doesn't have a head.
yeah, Clarity doesn't have a head. So, but it's also going to look really weird because Biker Chick just wrapped her arms around the handlebars of her motorcycle as well. Blythe is then going to run over and she's going to hug Karina briefly before pulling away because she knows how the cold affects her. And tap 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 play. We need to get you someplace safe. We need to get you this out of you. And you at this point you'll notice that her eyes are back to being Death Knight blue.
Back to normal, I see. Good. There are many political ramifications of this.
Why did the mage have to be such a dick?
To be fair, you did kind of tell him to fuck off and die in a fire 3 times.
She'll just sigh. Why can't people just leave me alone? Why do they always have to act like I'm beneath them?
Because people love control, guy.
No, I hope he likes his control in the fiery pits of hell where you just done him.
All around you, you will hear very cockney laughing. Continue.
Karina will actually say, he died without fear. He's likely in Valhalla.
I would say on an ST level, y'all two. I'm not saying it would be a good idea in case you ever need a reagent made of ash or mage's dust, but I'm just saying,
Oh,
you know.
like it's right there. Grabby hands.
Yeah, Karina will probably collect that.
Blythe still has to deal with the fact that she still has her own ashes in her hair. So,
Kinda.
yeah.
I mean, but at the same time, it's a pretty powerful fucking reagent right there.
Blythe will take off one of her gloves and push some of the ash into it.
I shall need to speak to the count about this.
Blythe will nod. Shall I take you to the counts? I believe there's somebody there that has healing potential as well.
Believe it or not, I feel fine.
Blythe is going to.
It's not necessarily for Brett. Not necessarily a very cold night, but you'll notice, and it doesn't for you, even in your grable form. Karina's breath is coming out in a mist, but yours doesn't.
Blythe is going to motion to that.
Perhaps it is something to check out, though. If you're right.
Blythe is going to mentally speak to Clarity, saying that to follow them as best as they can without being seen to the Count's place, and that she's going to ride with. She's going to drive Karina in her car there, just so nothing happens to Karina en route.
Yep, everything seems fine on the right there.
By the way, Kim, is the spider chimera still with them?
Oh no, she left. The only one who's
Okay, question. Does the spider chimera have pockets?
okay. We gonna work some titty physics. She got titty pockets.
I mean, that's exactly how that works. Hey, Kim, the next time she reaches into titty pockets, she will notice Gravedigger's phone number neatly folded with a skull over one of the ones.
Okay.
Skull over the eye of Digger.
Okay. Like
Because
how that
science.
works? Have you never seen a woman just pull shit out of her bra? Like,
I have seen the magic that are titty pockets, yes.
dude, fucking bless up.
I used to have an ex-girlfriend who was a real kind of what I would lovingly describe as this is when I was a teenager, as an absolute and hilarious kleptomaniac. And you'd be absolutely amazed the kind of stuff she would just randomly produce from betwixt her breasts.
Beautiful. But anyway, so you guys are headed to the count's place, right?
Yep.
What was the thing? Okay.
Me or some other count?
It would be the Count that that Karina is beholden to. Or it'd be it'd be the Count that I met Karina at, which I don't know if that was her Count or if it was another Count. But that's where that's where she's heading, because that's the only Count place she really knows, because she doesn't know where Tintagel lives at all. So it's like, I'm sure Tintagel has people that could help, but I don't know where he lives because I don't stalk people.
Okay. Well, the only big count is Malik.
Hang on. Tim, where did you mean you were going? Are you going to Count Alleel's, aka the sex dungeon?
He's BRB'd. But I do think that was the Count that was Moloch, wasn't it?
Yeah, Malik. He's the only count that's kind of around here.
Yeah, so and That's Count Sex Dungeon.
That
So,
is indeed Count Sex Dungeon.
Okay,
So-
it's not a dungeon, you guys. It's a room, and it's very well maintained, and people are free to leave whenever they want. Damn it.
okay, so it's not a sex dungeon. It's an erotic club.
Yes. But anyway. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I think Tim is back.
Yeah, I just got that.
Which count did you mean to go to?
The allele count.
Yeah, Malik. Oh man, I'm gonna bring these shenanigans to my boy Malik. Damn. Okay. So. Sorry, I need a nap. You guys will of course be escorted in. The wait time is much longer than at the Duke's palace because Duke Philip just usually runs in, and the Duke's just kind of like, okay, whatever, Philip. Whereas the Count is like, well, fuck y'all, I actually got shit to do. So it takes a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean like 20 minutes.
Kim, when the Duke eventually dies of adopting Philip.
Well, you can't. That's not how that works. Philip is a grown man.
Ish.
There's. He's.
Adopt a corgi
He's
puka
not-
today. Otherwise, they end up on the streets.
That's not how that works. You can't just go around adopting pukas.
To be fair, some of them might actually enjoy it. You can't tell me there aren't furry pet fetishists among the Buka line.
So, and we're moving on. we're not.
Moving on.
We're not gonna. We're not. Oh, fuck. Blessed up. The Count will be in his office. He's got paperwork, not so much thrown across his desk. It's on his desk. It was very clear he was doing some kind of paperwork, because y'all did see a boggin, probably an accountant, who did kind of rush out of the room when, you guys entered. But now he is currently standing up, looking out of a window. His hands are clasped behind his back, looking all regal, as every darn she.
Did that Boggin look particularly distressed?
No, not particularly. The Boggin just looked annoyed, and it had a very large ledger in its hands.
Okay.
As you guys enter, he will turn around, motion for you guys to take a seat.
Blythe will, if Karina needs help, Blythe will help Karina down, doing her best with her one free arm.
Karina, for right now, she's pretty stone-faced. Her hands have been in her pockets for a while, and she definitely has that hoodie zipped up.
Yeah. Oh, if Karina's not, acting injured, then Blythe will just sit down normally.
Yeah, Karina will calmly look to the Count and say, "So a prodigal just tried to kill us earlier."
Is that so?
Yes.
Which kind?
I believe he was a mage.
I see. Well, that shall certainly be fun to deal with. What did this prodigal look like?
Blythe will pull out her phone. Tap 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 tap. Play. Half Chinese-looking gentleman dressed like he's from Victorian England. complete with top hat and sword cane.
So otherwise known as West London.
Tap to tap tap. Oh, sorry, good.
More like that in West London.
He'll tap a few buttons and she'll hit it and it'll say he called himself Gravedigger.
I see. How did this confrontation end?
I turned into ashes.
Ah. Wonderful. Wonderful.
By the way, Kim, I'm not sure if it'll make a difference to the allele, because I know allele have their fingers in all types of pies. How much connection does said allele have with the underworld and such?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, Gravedigger is a very important information broker in the sense that if you really need to know something, you go to him and you pay an often exorbitant fee, but he's well known for finding out very hard to find, nearly impossible to find out information.
Mm-hmm. He knows about Gravedigger. He doesn't go to Gravedigger because Changeling's got their own information brokers called #the Slua.
That's fair. I'm just pointing it out just in case it shades his reaction anyway.
I mean, if peeps want to roll some perk empathy.
On
Do you
Karina?
have that?
That's if you guys... that's a cramp. That's just if you guys... No, that's fine. If you guys want to see his reaction, otherwise, stony face, because allele and their manipulation.
I got 5 dice. Let's check it out. Oh, 0 successes. Well, ain't that the shit?
There's 4.
Oh, shit, now I actually gotta roll. Come here.
Well,
Keyboard.
just fucking -4.
What?
So his ass is probably rolling a diff like a -4.
I mean, yeah, I'm just... He's an allele, I'm just saying,
Hashtag that allele life.
I mean...
And again, this is Kim's dice luck, which unless she's rolling for me has a tendency to choke.
Fuck you, I got 5 successes, and that was with ones. I turned into just a gigantic child when I'm tired. Sorry. I'm asleep.
Yes, you do.
What do you mean? Shh. Okay. So, he's still rather blank face. It's not so much stony, but it's just kind of that very kind of calm, cool, collected expression as he sits down, dips his quill into an inkwell because this dude is old-fashioned and just suave like that. And he'll start writing out... He'll write a quick note before returning the quill back to the inkwell and looking back up to Karina and saying... Or between Karina and Blythe both were saying... I see. Well then. This shall be amusing. It would be best... No. I will bring this information to the Duke. And no doubt he will go to Aurelius to find more information on this person.
Blythe will send a text to... Blythe will actually tap to tap and hit play. I'm sure that he'll find the Spy Master in higher spirits now.
And why is that?
Tap, 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 play. All the spiders are back, just as they were before.
Yes, that was a rather peculiar time when all of the spiders had mysteriously died. I wonder what happened.
Ply's light, cold blue gaze is going to flick a little bit to the floor and then back up, just briefly.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag the look of shame.
I am glad to see that you both are uninjured.
At that point, Blythe is going to tap on her phone and is going to say, "That's one of the reasons why we came here. Lady Karina, Baroness Karina is. She was a Baroness, right?
Yep.
Baroness Karina was injured. She needs attention. It is something that appears to be affecting not only her human form, but her chimerical form as well, and it looks very bad."
I see. Well, this should be amusing, but that sounds like a problem for the twins then. Of course, Lady Midori is the resident healer in this duchy, and her sister is very knowledgeable on various subjects, as one would expect a lunate. And it seems that she will need the talents of both, considering this is prodigal magic.
She nods. Very well then.
Though, I would suggest that you two keep your heads down low for the next few days. I am unsure of the fallout that this will cause, considering it was a mage.
She's going to tap on her phone. Hit play. A mage that seemed to have no problem dying and who treats everybody around him like they're scum.
To be fair, you just described most she.
Blythe is going to look.
It's like,
Says the
Why does-
she. I mean, this is common knowledge.
you ain't
Blythe
wrong.
is going to look over at Karina and then going to look at the count of Allele, and then she's going to hit play. She said, "I didn't mention that Ashran was there, but he wasn't. But I mean, you kind of just described Ashran too."
Karina laughs. Yeah, fuck it.
Yes, that little.
Disemboweling cutlasses. It's coming.
Nah, Ashton just heard someone talking shit about him, so he ran back to his room and is throwing a temper tantrum.
It's true, you know.
It's like Kiriko and Sword Art Online Abridged when he calls him an asshole. He's like, "Oh, you call me an asshole."
Pretty much. So the Count will just kind of chuckle at that. And then I'll say, yes. Our dear Prince Ashran. Oh, wonderful. I am wondering who will get the final kill on him when we go to war. Well, when we have battles that begin.
There will be a smile on Blythe's otherwise nondescript face, and tap to tap to tap play. I don't care who gets the final kill as long as I get to call his name.
Of course. Now, as I said, this is undoubtedly going to cause some sort of backlash with the mages, and considering we are at war with our own kind in the north, if anything happens, I ask that be resolved peacefully. The last thing we need is to have a war on two fronts, one against an enemy we know, and then one against we don't. If anything, they should be turned into not allies, but acquaintances.
Blythe will make her head give a nodding motion.
Understood, then. We will be good.
It's a dude. He nods his head. Says, wonderful. And I am sure Duke Maldrith will be ever so excited to hear another report involving you, Lady Stormfury.
Ooh, I didn't catch that out of character. What was that?
He pretty much just said, I'm sure the Duke's gonna be really happy to see another report with your name in it.
At this point, Blythe is going to set her head down on her lap and start typing really fast. And then hit play and said, "It wasn't Karina's fault. The guy turned up looking for me for some reason and treated me like scum, so I fired back, and that's when he decided to go all magic damage."
I'm
Karina
not.
tried to... Oh, sorry. If he interjects, Karina's gonna... Blythe's gonna hit pause.
You can continue with your little thing. He'll.
Oh.
Fuck you.
She tried to stop it peacefully, but he was intent on killing both of us, and that's when she got angry. And, well, I've seen Dragonfire before, and that was pretty much Dragonfire.
I am not blaming anyone for this. No doubt both parties have some hand in what occurred. I am simply finding it amusing because a lot of reports speak of Lady Karina. It is my own amusement, not to be taken as an insult, of course. My apologies, Lady Stormfury.
Karina winks and says, in all fairness, Your Excellency, most of those reports involve me solving the problem.
Indeed, indeed. Though
So-
you do solve them in quite interesting and entertaining ways.
Just right.
Blythe is going to move her head towards Karina and give her a smile and a thumbs up.
She smiles.
Because, honestly, Blythe doesn't understand the courtly thing. She thinks you're getting praised by your superior, so...
Sort of. It's sort of. It's sort of.
Kind of, not really, slightly. Like 50-50 chance.
Okay. Quick important question, because Evan has to arrange some notes. Are we intending to do the diagnosis via the Ilunid this evening?
That's up to them. The count was probably... Ooh, okay. The count was probably just gonna call up the twins, which is going to be a shit show in itself.
Oh, is he the count responsible for said Shadow Court tainted shit show?
I mean, she
No.
can't say that on a live link anyway, especially with players in front of her.
No, as in the thing with Baroness Ayala. I was wondering if Baroness Ayala was his Baroness.
Yes. He's
Ah.
responsible for, like, dude, she has a barony, quote unquote, but it is the count's. She just kind of sits there nowadays. But anyway, that is up to the players if they wish to do that thing now.
I mean, Blythe is going to want Karina to get healed as soon as possible.
Yeah, and Karina's not really worrying about. She's not trying to make Blythe worry, so she's okay with doing it ASAP.
Okay. Then he will motion for you guys to be escorted off to an antechamber in another part of his home or his freehold.
Blythe will
Pretty much telling you guys to just stay there until the twins arrive.
smile and bow, and will be escorted off.
Sorry, I am tired. Do not know where my head is. Maybe at some moments. Okay.
Okay.
What was funny?
It's all good.
Many things.
I don't.
It's okay though, because Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
I'm confusion.
Wakanda forever!
Okay.
Or until Age of Ultron, where Wakanda will probably cease to exist. But continue.
Oh. About 40 minutes to an hour later. I'm not going to give an exact time because fuck bitches get money. Get bitches fuck money. Guys, I'm so very tired. The twins will both arrive. They are definitely not speaking to one another at all. The air in the room is very tense right now.
Between Ayala and Midori?
Yes.
And it's not directed at Karina?
It's not directed at Karina.
Whoa. Karina's just gonna not bring anything up then.
Yeah, the twins have a very interesting past. They do not like one
Very
another.
complicated history, it seems.
Yeah. And it's hilarious because they share the same face. So Midori will give the best smile she can to Karina. It's obviously very forced, but it's one of those doctor smiles of I have done this a lot.
Wait, why is Midori hella salty at her?
It's more so of the fact that she just had to deal with Karina and Karina's shenanigans, and she didn't have time to rest and recuperate after that.
How do you think Karina feels?
How do you think Blythe feels? I mean, come on.
Like,
I mean, Blythe was the one that had her internal organs liquefied and then sucked out of her. So,
Oh,
yeah.
if only that one. What heck?
I'm sure you were delicious.
Is I better, according to the spider. And Midori will just kind of say, what is the problem this time?
a half Chinese man from West London big slapped me with the power of death.
Huh?
She said that shit completely serious, by the way.
I know.
Blythe will just nod her head to concur with what Karina just said.
Did you really not see it? It was literally outside the clinic.
I was a little bit busy trying to clean up my surgery room.
I will also point out for important posterity, in the event that Karina, in the event that there is any security footage, it will just show the releasing of Dragon's Ire and the scorch burn mark on the floor. Gravedigger will not physically.
Actually, it won't show anything because the weird was invoked.
There.
Yeah, so it's just fucked up.
I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Oh, I think this also means that doesn't Gravedigger forget everything that happened?
No, not forget everything that happened. They kind of changed the mists up. It's not they forget everything for the whole day. It's more like they forget the magic. Now changelings can't just use it. I'm gonna invoke the weird, and then just kind of do whatever the hell they want anymore. They changed that up.
Oh, okay.
So it was it's also based on your banality.
Mhm.
If
It's always been based on the banality.
yeah, and he's like, if we can work out his banality at some point, but he's got a hell of a banality.
Yes. But anyway, Ayala just looks pissed. She ain't saying anything. Not even going to see Black Panther hyped her up. She's still just salty and pissy all the time.
Karina saw Black Panther. She enjoyed that shit.
Oh, so did Midori. Midori was like, "Fuck yeah!" Actually, like all of my NPCs were very pleased with Black Panther. I still need to go see it. I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow. But anyway,
I mean, Kim, even the Archbishop has gone to see Black Panther and he liked it. That's all.
fucking Archbishop.
I'm imagining fucking Temple Hall showed up to that shit too. Like, I ain't gonna miss this.
I was going to say, let's be fair. Let's talk about the director for a second. She's a member of the Technocracy. You know she stole that shit like 6 months ago.
Fair.
Hashtag Technocracy benefits. Continue on, guys.
Shit, I saw the director's cut, but it ain't even out yet. Yeah, I know.
It is not wrong, kids, to randomly abuse the Tellurian to see good movies.
Pretty sure it is. Okay. So Midori will just kind of stand there and she's just like, so you, what again?
The man from West London named Gravedigger. He manifested an inky darkness from his hand, and he threw it at us, and it rended us. Not quite unlike what cold iron would do.
Huh. Okay. 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 I suppose to get a good prognosis, that would be Ayala's. Yeah. I will be over there getting my stuff ready. Midori just kind of walks off. Ayala just kind of looks at Karina.
Looks back.
Ain't gonna say nothing. She's just very upset.
By the way, because otherwise the House I Lunid boon is a little bit shit, I'm happy for the House I Lunid boon, for the record, to work on diagnosing what mage magic does. So if that's a pool that she can just roll, I'll happily just... I think because otherwise it's a really naff boon, but if it can identify what other supernatural powers are, I think it makes it a bit cooler. So I'm cool with it, just diagnosing mage magic.
I don't know. Their boon is pretty cool, but anyway. And their flaw is pretty silly too. It's literally just curiosity.
Yeah, I know it's not something that we actually talked about, but like in a multi-venue game, I think that the House of Lunar Boom becomes a little bit more, standable in the event that they can actually, use it on different splats. And I'm happy to do that. I like House of Lunar.
All I do is judge you.
I know. That's why I cry myself to sleep at night.
Oh. Well. Okay. I should probably roll that. Sorry this is taking so long and it's being dragged out, guys. As I said,
It's okay. I
Excuse
was the one who said that we needed to get Karina healed, so
It's not a bad thing, you know. I hear healing people is a good thing. Rather nice most of the time. What the ever loving
Did she fail?
bruh. Bruh, I got 4 ones. I got 4. She.
Oh wow, you did get. There was a 1, a 1, a 7, a 9, an 8, a 1, a 1, a 2, a 2.
At least it wasn't a botch.
At least it wasn't
You
a.
can just spend willpower to reroll at a higher diff.
I mean, honestly, Karina was just going to diagnose herself.
You know what? If Karina would like to say that, because Ayala is just kind of glaring at Karina right now. That's all that's happening. Because she's just trying to work out.
Would the eluded house flaw not trick? Because she doesn't know what the magic is, but she really wants to know what the magic is.
They're still trying to discover. That's pretty much like. It's not being kept hidden, though. Their flaw is worded very specifically. Something
They
being
can't
kept
see it
hidden.
though. It's being hidden by her own failure.
I mean, look, she's still watching.
I'm only fucking with you, Kim. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Continue.
No. Damn it. Dude. Ah.
Bruh.
So yeah, if Karina would like to diagnose herself, because right now she's just kind of being looked at. So
Yeah, well, Karina's just gonna do what she likes to do. She'll get some books and read some books, and try to diagnose herself. Fuck it.
Okay. Has Karina taken her hands out of her pockets?
Yeah.
Okay. You will notice that your fingernails are starting to turn blue.
Karina nods. Keeps on moving. What shall I need to roll to diagnose this? Do I need to roll medicine or do I need to roll gray mare?
Kramer, more than likely.
Kim, that okay?
yep.
Because when if the knight of House Liam, whose name I can't, is it Midori?
Yeah.
Ah, victory. Looks you over, she will say you appear perfectly physically fine. Because I know her god
fingernails are blue.
Yeah, but my point is that other than the fact her body temperature is incredibly low, there's nothing physically wrong with her.
I don't know. This is a pretty big thing to have a low body temperature because stuff starts to happen when it gets cold too.
That's fair.
He's got a single success.
Okay. Karina, okay. What is okay? The big clue I'll give you is Karina's quite what I would determine a fiery person in the sense she's always quite close to passion and to anger. Would that be a fair assessment?
Yeah. But she does appear cold quite often.
Yeah. This coldness is it's making it hard to feel that way. It's making feeling the inner warmth. You know how anger and happiness provide an inner warmth. It's making it hard to feel those things. So it's something inside you as opposed to outside you, if that makes sense.
Okay.
As in something not physical, more magical, or maybe spiritual.
He did nothing to my body, but he did affect my spirit. I'm not angry right now.
Is that something common that you're angry often?
Generally.
Huh. And that is not a good thing.
Who was that?
Huh? Oh, that was Midori.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's just a few people flying about, so I may need to know who's talking at certain points. So Kristen will say it's like the emotion is being literally sapped out of me.
I see. Okay.
Now that I'm looking at it, it's not unlike changelings in winter as well.
Indeed. Hmm.
Who's currently talking to Karina? Midori,
Midori.
is it?
Yes.
What color are Karina's eyes?
Ice blue.
Excellent. Actually, this is rather excellent. The icy blue of her eyes will start to spread to the veins and capillaries in her eyes, as in they will start to appear blue as well. Continue. And it's happening as Victoria is looking her in the eyes, which I'd say is very obvious.
Am I starting to feel the call from Karina?
No, she's physically, well, as a matter of fact, Karina, you will regain one of the levels of ag damage you took as a shuddering cold goes through you, but you don't feel as weak anymore, you just feel more of the cold.
Okay.
Also, remind you of Gravedigger's exact words, because oftentimes wording is important. When he launched the spell, his exact words to apply were, "I will make you kneel." On a side note, Kim, how warm is the room that you're in?
Room temperature, so probably about 70.
Like, is there anything that's providing a source of warmth to the room, like a fireplace or a heater?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all.
Hmm. My lady, do you remember what caused this?
Yes. It's the inky blackness the Gravedigger summoned and launched at myself and Blythe.
Just an inky blackness.
Yes.
There is something I can try. I am unsure if it will work. I do not know if it will make it worse. But I suppose it is better than nothing.
Karina shrugs. Whatever needs done.
It is a simple pyretics cast. By fire be purged and whatnot. Yep. Because pyretics
So,
3
Kim,
is
what power are you going to use?
Purify.
Okay, cool.
She will walk forwards and make a tea, one of those like odd detox teas, and offer it up to Karina.
Which she'll go ahead and take.
It tastes horrible, as I'm assuming those detox teas do.
Oh God, yes. They taste like what I lovingly refer to as something to clean your sink with.
Okay. Okay, and that is a loving 6 successes.
11 successes. Kim, did you say 11?
6.
You're like really quiet for me.
6.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. Okay, so Karina, what will happen is, as the tea goes through your system, you will feel it turn to icy shards. You won't take any damage, and another health level will return. However, there is another violent chill that goes through you. You feel physically better once again, but once again, all emotions that you draw warmth from seem to be more subdued. Do people hear me?
Yeah.
You know, okay, from Karina's perspective, think about it like this. You know that moment where you're sitting in a room, like, have you ever sat in like an incredibly old room that's filled with, you know, very, very beautiful things, but the room is almost over full? Do you get what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And you know how every single shadow in the room seems to have, you know, seems to be really long and seems to contrast everything? Essentially, from where you're sitting, the room is filled with very long shadows, and your immediate reaction is it's not necessarily normally these things you're not sure if you're just seeing the shadows as being longer or if they are. It could be toss-up of one or the other. But think about it like this. You're now facing this minor concept of fear without the ability to summon bravery as a concept, if you understand me.
Okay.
It's essentially like, as I said, it's essentially draining your fiery positive emotion. No, because let's fair, anger is not necessarily a positive emotion, but it is a hot-blooded emotion. If you get me, so but it's enhancing your cold emotion. So arguably, Karina, you're more cunning and forward-thinking now than you used to be in a kind of very serpentine way. But it also includes things like fear and sadness.
Okay. So Karina will say, all right, so whatever is happening, it seems to be. She'll check her pulse, check everything. That's all fine.
Vitally speaking, you're fine.
Yep.
Blythe is going to find somebody nearby and ask if they can get her a couple of dross.
Karina just hands her a couple.
Blythe is going to infuse them into herself, and she is going to unleash Suse.
Oh well. It's been that kind of day today.
Okay. Does Blythe have common sense?
No.
Alrighty.
Oh, wait, before she does, she's going to ask everybody to back off. And she's going to say the only way that this can be fixed is if it's transferred. And then she's going to unleash Soothsay.
That is very... No, don't do that.
Don't you understand?
Yes, I do.
I'm not going to let him win. I would rather die myself than have you suffer for my actions.
Again, what did I tell you before we started all of this?
That was my fault before. You...
Change what I have chosen for myself.
But I'm not going to let this happen to you.
We're
Not to satisfy some stupid prodigal's ego.
And I agree. That's why we're working it out. Calm yourself. Out of character, this is the first time Karina's told anyone to calm down.
Blythe's eyes are starting to... The light blue is starting to discolor.
Karina is just gonna... You know what? I'm gonna say that since a lot of the positivity is being taken, like there's a lot of other things that are getting taken too, she'll just kind of put her hand on Blythe's shoulder and say, "You've trusted me up until this point. You need to continue doing so."
If you start to falter, I will save you.
If I falter, just because of my own weakness.
You're not weak. You're the strongest person I ever met.
She shrugs. And it appears that there are many things to work out. Lady Ayala, do we have a prognosis yet? I'm trying to roleplay it as best I can, Evan.
No, it's quite fine. As I said, this is the first time Karina's ever told someone to calm down. I can see that there's definite personality change.
Okay.
Hey, Kim. Did Kim BRB or anything?
She probably went to go get some ice cream.
Ice cream.
Fuck you.
I'd like some
No, I
ice cream.
didn't.
Would you like some delicious ice cream?
No.
Okay. Just that Tim asked you a question.
Yeah, she asked Ayala if she had a diagnosis yet. And it stands to mention, she's not really moving like as unpredictably anymore. She's actually kind of rigid. She's acting more like a normal she at this point. Which might be slightly unsettling.
Mm-hmm. 6 successes this time.
How many successes?
6.
Okay, I can tell you this. I can tell you about this, and I can tell you about its family and the things it loves. It likes clam chowder and walks on the beach. Okay, so when you look with your... Hey, Kim, guess what? I can tell what Ayala sees with her elven eyes. That was a big deal for me, guys. Give it to me for Christ's sake. Kim just low-key over there going, I hate you, Evan. Okay, what you see is, you know how, right, so Ayala has studied for an immensely long period of time. I mean, she is a member of the House of Secrets. She knows an awful lot of things. So on closer examination and on listening to the symptoms and on seeing with the mixture of kenning and innate understanding that Hasalin had, you don't think that what he did was designed to hurt in any permanent way, in the sense that the damage was transitory. It was always going to heal itself at a natural rate. However, as it heals, whatever effect you assume it's enhancing her negative emotions. It's making her more not servile. That's not the right word, but it's enhancing her negative aspects. I know exactly how to explain it. Hey, Kim, you know how Jia Ying had a lot more yin qi than yang qi. It's essentially enhancing his yin qi, if you want to work on it from that premise. So you theorize that when it's all healed, she'll go back to normal, entirely fine. But that every step towards getting better is a step closer towards being and feeling those horrible negative emotions all the more strongly, if that makes sense. It's up to you how you translate that into Ayala speak. By the way, the tea definitely helps. I'm just going to point this out now. It like accelerates the process.
Yep. Ella will say pretty much that. I am rather tired, so we're gonna call it here.
All right.
Okay. Ultimately, Tim, the rest of it can just be role played out. Or you don't even have to role play it. You will essentially in about 2 hours' time, you'll have like a moment of feeling crushingly alone, and kind of where you just have negative emotions. And about an hour after that, you'll be fine. You'll literally break like an icicle shattering. You will start to warm up, etc.
Alrighty.
If that's the case, Blythe is going to be with her the whole time, is going to get her cocoa with whipped cream and sprinkles, and is going to wrap blankets around her like a burrito, and is going to let her use her special straw so that she can drink the hot cocoa while she is, in fact, a burrito, and is going to put on happy, warm, fuzzy things.
Yeah, to throw it in there. There may need to be a scene with you, Brett, and Lindsay at some point, because Karina is probably going to have a breakdown that night during that 2-hour time frame.
That's fine. Just let me know when.
That's going to happen.
I personally think that those things are really fun to role play out, so by all means do the thing.
Yeah, completely.
I guess we're good to close out then, Kim.